guys, welcome back to SS Multimedia. My name is Naman Patil and I'm going to be teaching your lesson today. Today's lesson is going to be about estimating sums and differences of fractions. Today's objective is to learn how to estimate the answer of an addition and subtraction equation that uses fractions. To estimate is just rounding and bringing a answer that's about what the actual answer would be. Addition is plus or adding, and subtraction is subtracting or minus. Sorry, not plus. Minus. And fractions are parts of a whole, like 1/4. This is 1/4 piece of one whole. Okay, so now let's move on and get started. So, I have three numbers here, 0, 1/2, and 1. These are what I call benchmark numbers. Okay, so let's keep these in mind and let's start rounding. So, we have 7/8 plus 6/8. So, first we have to find half of 8, which is 4, and then we have to see that 7 is more than 4, so it rounds up. And it's closer to 1, so it rounds up to 1. Then we do plus and then 6/8. So 6/8 is more than half and it's close to 1, so you can round it to 1. Then equals 2. So this equation equals about 2. So the next equation is 8/16 plus 9/16. So first of all we have to find half of 16. Half of 16 is 8. So, and we see that we have 8/16, so we know straight away that this is half. Okay, now we have 9/16. 9/16 is just 1 over half, and it is much closer to half than it is to 1. So we know that this estimation equation is 1/2 plus 1/2, which is equal to 1. So this equation equals about 1. The next equation is 7/14 plus 2/7. So, first of all, we have to find common denominators while adding and subtracting. So let me show you what a common denominator is first. So we have our 1/4 here. Okay, so this bottom number is called a denominator. Okay, and we have a top number too. We can't leave it unnamed. So we have a name for this one too, and it's called the numerator. So, and another way to remember it is the second number you say while saying a fraction is the denominator. The first number is the numerator. So in this one it's 1/4. Fourth is the denominator, 1 is the numerator. Okay, and so we don't have the same denominator here, so let's make it the same. So we can either multiply by the multiples of each of these numbers, or we can only do 1. So I know straight away that we only have to multiply this number here, 2/7. So if I multiply 7 by 2, it goes 14, which is a common denominator. But wait, if we change the denominator, that means the numerator changes too. Since we multiplied 7 by 2, or we doubled 7, we're going to double the 2 too. 2. Okay, so it's just 4. So now it's 7/14 plus 4/14. Okay, so now we can start rounding. So 7/14. So first we have to find half of 14. Half of 14 is 7. So we know straight away that 7/14 is half plus. Okay, so we know that 7/14 is half. And now we have 4/14. 4/14 is 4 away from 0 and only 3 away from 7. 7/14 are half. So we know that this rounds to 1/2 too. So let me just write the equals to sign. And 1/2 plus 1/2 equals 1. So this equation equals about 1. Okay, so now let's do some subtraction. So we already have rounded Okay, so let's just use those same rounded numbers, but this time let's write down the subtraction. Okay, and then equals to sign, and 1 minus 1 equals 0. So let me just go through how I did the rounding. Okay, so half of 8 is 4, 7 is more than 4 and closer to 1, so it's 1. 6 is more than 4 and also close to 1, and it's equal to 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. Okay, so this equation here equals about 0. Now let's do the next one. So half of 16 is 8 sixteenths. Okay, but we have 9 sixteenths here. So, and 9 sixteenths is only 1 away from 8 sixteenths, and is 7 away from 16 sixteenths. So it's rounded to 1 half. And 1 half minus 1 half of 16 is 8. So 1 half minus 1 half equals 0. Okay, so now let's do the next one. So we know straight away that this is not 2 sevenths. This is 4 fourteenths. And no, it's not a different number. It's the same number. They both are equivalent to each other. Okay, so now it's 7 fourteenths minus 4 fourteenths. 7 fourteenths is exactly half, so we can write down half as a rounded number. And 4 fourteenths is only 3 away from half and 4 away from 0. So it's also rounded to half. Okay, so now let's write the subtraction symbol and equals to. It equals to 0, about 0. So this equation equals about 0. See, this was an easy and quick way to do these subtraction and addition problems. Okay, so now let's do some more. Who doesn't like it? Who doesn't like more problems? Okay, but wait, we have something else on this page. We have only 2 problems, but we have this line. It's called the number line. Okay, and this number line has our benchmark numbers on it. 0, 1 half, and 1. Like we saw on the last page, 0, 1 half, and 1. Okay, so now let me erase these. Okay, you know what? Let me just keep them so you guys know that they're the benchmark numbers. Okay, so now we might notice these problems from the last page. Okay, so let's just quickly round them. Okay, so 7 fourteenths is exactly. Oh yeah, wait. So first, let's make this a common denominator. Again, it's 4 fourteenths. Same thing we did in the last page. Okay, and then now let's just write down the rounding. So 7 fourteenths is exactly half. So let's write down half here, and 7 fourteenths is over here too. Let's write down half, and let's write down 4 fourteenths up here. Remember, whatever you do to the denominator, something will change in the numerator too. Okay, so 7 fourteenths. Okay, so now let's round this too. This is closer to 1 half again. So 1 half plus 1 half plus minus, sorry. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to be doing something different. We're not going to just subtract and add. We're going to use this number line. Okay, so now I'm just going to draw lines for each of the sevens. Okay, so we have about our 14ths. Or you know what? Let's just eyeball it. So we're just using about. So 7 fourteenths is exactly half. So 7 fourteenths would go right here. 7 fourteenths. Right here. Okay? And then we have 4 fourteenths. 4 fourteenths is about right here. So it would be about here. Right? And we can see that this side is longer than this side. So it is closer to here. So this is 4 fourteenths. See how a number line helps with that? It gives you a more visual description of which side is closer, or which benchmark number is closer. Okay, so then using that, we can then add. So we know that both these numbers are 1/2. So we can see that the answer is about 1. Okay, and here let's just draw the equals to sign. So now that we know both these numbers are about 1/2, we can subtract. So this is about 0. Okay, so a number line could help in these rounding, rounding part when you round the fractions. Okay, so now I've been doing all the work. So now I think it's time for you guys to do some work too. So this is not a number line. Okay, this is just something to divide. So I have an equation here and an equation here with a number line. So for the first equation, I want you guys to just round and give me the estimation number. And remember to use benchmark numbers, okay? And then for the second one, I want you guys to round using this number line. So I'll just give you 10 seconds or 5 seconds to draw down this number line. You guys can complete it when you guys are working, but if you can complete it now, perfect. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, blast off! No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so I hope I'm not blasting off anywhere, but let's just do these. Okay, pause the video. Remember to use this number line. Okay, pause the video and work these problems out. And remember to use benchmark fractions. Okay, so I'll be waiting. I know you guys haven't paused the video. Please pause it and work these out, because there's going to be a little scoring at the end. Okay, not that the scoring means anything. You guys can always change your scores, okay, to make them better with practice. Okay, so you guys should be back by now. So we're just gonna go ahead and do these problems. So this one asked for a benchmark fraction without using the number line, right? So now half of 12 is 6, and this is 6/12. So we know that this is exactly half. Okay? So now we know that 3/12 is less than half and is close to, it is an equal amount of space to the half and the 0. So you can do it any way you want. You can make it move any way you want. I'm just going to make it move to half. Actually, no. Since this one's less than half, you just move it down to 0. Okay? So now that we have 0, let's subtract. 1/2 minus 0 equals 1/2. Okay, so this equation equals about 1/2. Okay, so now let's move on to the next one, and this one needs a number line. So let's do this. 2/4 plus 4 and 2. Okay, so here we don't have a common denominator, but we can see that this is more than 1. This is actually 2, because 2 goes into 4 twice. So we don't need this as a fraction here. We can just make it 2. Okay, so I'm just going to keep it as 1 whole times 2. Okay? Right there. And these two arrows here mean that this number line continues forever and ever. In both ways. Okay? So now we have 2/4. 2/4 is exactly half. So we have 2/4 right here. 2/4. So now we have 1/2. So let me write that down. 1/2 plus 1 times 2. So plus 1 again. Equals, so 1 plus 1 equals 2. 2 plus 1/2 equals 2.5. 2 and 1/2. Okay, so since both of these numbers were exact, this is not really an estimation. It's the exact answer. And we did it estimation style. Okay? So let's just write down the final answer here. 2 and 1 half. Okay, so that's it. No, wait, that's not it. Oh, you guys still have to comment. Make sure you comment your answer. So make sure you have commented your answers or your score. So I'm just going to tell you the scoring now. So you can either get 1 out of 2, 2 out of 2, or 0 out of 2. 0 out of 2 is perfectly fine. Just keep practicing. 1 out of 2, perfectly fine. Keep practicing. 2 out of 2, perfectly fine. Keep practicing. Okay, so that's it for today. Oh, wait a second. I think I almost forgot one of the most important parts of this video. No, I'm just kidding. You guys can do this if you want. Remember to like this video, share this video to everyone you know, and please, please, please hit that subscribe button. And while you're there, remember to ring that notification bell. And please don't hit your device. I'll get in trouble for that. But you know what I mean. Just tap it or touch it. Well, that's it. Bye bye. See you guys next time.